all of the greatest defensive player of the years in the NBA history have had the greatest defensive ratings in NBA history. You think of players like Ben Wallace, you think of players like Dikembe Mutombo, Hakeem Olajuwon, David Robinson, big names that people will remember forever. A name that is now among those names, in fact, on top of those names, with the best defensive season of their life, was a player by the name of Rudy Gobert that just happened to be this season's Defensive Player of the Year. Now, what I'm here to talk about is that some believe, and when I say some, I say most fans believe that Rudy Gobert should not be the Defensive Player of the Year this season. Many believe it to be a player like Ben Simmons, Draymond Green, or Bam Adebayo. When in fact, Rudy Gobert has had the best defensive season in the last 25 years. Now, why can that be? Why do fans think this way when it is so blatantly obvious based on statistics who could be the best defensive player in the NBA this season? Unfortunately, I do think that a player like Rudy Gobert does receive a lot of unwarranted hate. He receives a lot of hate because of what happened last year with COVID-19. If you're unaware with the story, what happened was that Rudy Gobert was very careless when COVID had just started, and because of this carelessness, the league was shut down. And all of the play in the NBA had to stop immediately, and a giant break was taken. Now, many people blamed this on Rudy Gobert. I believe that this would have happened either way with the COVID-19 outbreak. But still, the blame falls on Rudy Gobert. Now, what else is wrong with Rudy Gobert? Well, he plays for a team called the Utah Jazz. We're in Utah right now. Many of us are aware of the Utah Jazz and how great they are, but we are also aware of the unwarranted hate that the Jazz get as an organization. Many believe the Jazz organization to be racist. Many believe the Jazz organization to just be an embarrassment, a small organization that doesn't have money to pay big players or bring in big names. They're located in Utah, which is not an amazing location for free agents to come. And I believe that because of this, Rudy Gobert also receives a lot of hate. Even players like Dwight Howard, who plays for the 76ers, or Marc Gasol, who plays for the Lakers, are so loved, but for absolutely no reason, because they are not even close to the same player that Rudy Gobert is. In fact, Rudy Gobert is having the best defensive season of all time. He has a rating of a plus 8.0. The second best season in the last 25 years is a plus 7.34, and that came from Ben Wallace. That was back in 03-04. Now, that's almost a 20-year difference where no one has had that good of a season in that much time. To me, it is just baffling to think that people are even considering someone else to be the Defensive Player of the Year when Rudy Gobert is putting up numbers like this. Now, when you talk about the Defensive Player of the Year, you think of statistics, you think of blocks, you think of steals, you think of their plus minus, their PER. Now, all of these things, I believe, go into making the Defensive Player of the Year. And I mean, Rudy Gobert, he leads the league in blocks. He guards the most, he contests the most shots on the court than any other person in the entire league, by even tripling the next person in the entire league for shot contests. To me, Rudy Gobert is the best defensive player in the league. He's the best defensive player that the league has seen in many, many years, and I believe that he will go down as one of the best defensive players of all time, if not the best, when it is all said and done. He has just won his third Defensive Player of the Year this year, and he's still in his prime. He will most likely win another one or two of them to just solidify his status as the best defensive player of all time. I believe this to be true. I believe there is no equal to Rudy Gobert's greatness on that side.